Namaste, beautiful people. Welcome to your yoga practice. This is a great one to do at any time during the day, but I'm doing this in the morning. It's awesome for warming up the body and also for opening our body, upper and lower. All you need for this is a little bit of space. If you have a yoga mat, of course, by all means. I'm traveling. I'm just here in my hotel room with you. When you're ready, come to your mat, take the feet nice and wide outside of shoulder width, and we're coming into a goddess squat. Hands to heart center, wrist in line with the elbows, and I'm bending the knees, driving the knees out. And we're just gonna hold here for about 30 to 40 seconds. I know that sounds like a lot, but again, we're just looking to warm the body. My hips are back, I'm heavy in my heels, knees are out, breathing through the nose. Feel free to shift the weight, right to left, left to right. Close the eyes if you would like. Just pay attention to the sensation in your legs. Pay attention to the heart rate. You may start to feel lightness in the chest. That's our heart rate increasing, blood starting to pump, just waking the body up. As the legs heat up, you can sink a little lower. You can shift your weight further to the right and left, keeping our heels firmly grounded, gripping the floor with our toes. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs. If you're on a mat, you can come to the top of the mat, or if you're on the floor, you can just come to where you have space to make sure you can step behind you. I'm inhaling into extended mountain, arms overhead, palms together. I'm squeezing the glutes and arching my back slightly for a baby back bend. My heels are touching. Stay here for one more deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Wrists in line with the elbows. On your inhale, take the arms back up. And on your exhale, fall forward, forward fold. Hold here, hands on the floor, fingertips. I'm bending my knees, just walking the legs right and left. You may feel some sensation in the lower back. Again, the body's still waking up, getting blood flow into all those capillaries and arteries, into all the muscles. Bring the legs to a stillness. You inhale, you lift halfway, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, slowly walk the hands up the legs. Uncurling the spine one vertebrae at a time. You come to standing, palms to the side. Hands to the side, palms face forward. Slight pinch between the shoulder blades. Lift the chest, squeeze glutes. From here, we take the feet, we step them hip width apart. Palms face in, and we sit back for chair pose. Hips back and down. Arms as close to next to the ears as possible, and we're lifting the chest. At any time, you can straighten the legs a little bit, but if you're comfortable, a nice healthy bend in the knees, heels on the floor. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs. Arms out to the side. Feet back together. Deep breath in. Inhale. Extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Bring the hands down to the floor. We step back for our first plank. Hands under the shoulders. Again, always a variation. You can bring the knees down to the floor, but I'm keeping my shoulders forward over my hands. One more deep breath. From here, you're going to push forward and back on the toes. So pay attention to my feet. I'm bringing the shoulders forward and taking them back. Forward and back. 3 more times. 3, 2, embrace the shakes. 1, hold here, bend the arms, come all the way down to the floor. Untuck the toes, press the hands to the floor, squeeze the shoulder blades, pull the elbows back and open the chest. Chin is tucked for baby cobra. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back down. Tuck the toes. Lift the knees and the thighs off the floor. And you're going to press up to plank. Bring the toes forward, heels forward. Rock back 2 more times. 2, 1 more. Hold here. Lower down to the floor. Untuck the toes. Pinch shoulder blades. Press into the floor. Baby cobra. Lower. Tuck toes. Lift knees and thighs. Press up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Rock forward and back. This is a little sneaky warm up for the wrist as well as the chest. Hold. Lower. Untuck. Baby cobra. Lower. Tuck. Lift knees. Lift thighs. Press up. Now from here, lift the hips. Backing up for downward dog. You can walk the feet in a little bit. Chest and shoulders might be warm. Triceps as well. Feel free to bend the knees to push the chest closer to the thighs. I'm spreading the fingers out, extending through my shoulders. Nice deep breaths. From here, straighten the legs. You're going to lift the heels up and you're going to let both heels fall to the right. Feel a stretch to the left side of your body. And then switch sides. Feel the stretch to the right side of your body now. We're going to do 3 more switches. That's 3. A little bit of pace. That's 2. Last 1. Come back to the center. Adjust. Rotate the elbows to the back, push the chest towards the thighs. On your next inhale, you're going to roll forward. And as you roll forward, the right foot will come between your hands. Inhale. Lift the right foot, point the toe, and then place the foot in between your hands. Right now, we're in a runner's lunge. Our back knee is up. From here, lift the chest. Sweep the arms overhead. Back leg is straight. Bend the back knee. Come down to the floor for low lunge. Hands on the floor. Push the hips back. Half split. From here, sit up. Keep the front leg straight. You're going to take your arms out to the side, palms forward. You're going to try and lift your front foot off the floor and balance for 5 seconds. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. One more time. That was fun. Go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down to the floor. Bend the front knee. Straighten the front leg. Lift the knee off the floor. Push back into plank. Downward dog. Already we may feel ourselves warming up. Roll forward into plank. Inhale. Remember, we're going to push the heels forward and back 3 times. Go. Heels forward. That's 3. That's 2. That's 1. Next one, come all the way forward. Lower, halfway down to chaturanga. Press up to plank. Push the heels forward. Lower, halfway down, chaturanga. Elbows 90 degrees. press up the plank. Last one. Lower halfway down. From here, go all the way down to the floor. Untuck the toes, and you can go to a baby cobra, or you can come all the way up, straighten the arms for upward dog, thighs off the floor. Squeezing the glutes, lifting the chest, squeezing shoulder blades, and I'm tucking the chin. I'm not looking up, just tucking the chin. On your next inhale, lift the hips, downward dog. You can stay on top of the toes as long as you can, and when you're ready, untuck. On your next inhale, you roll forward to plank, and you're gonna lift the left foot off the floor, point the toes, and place the foot in between your hands. Inhale now. Lift, point the toe, place my left foot in between my hands. Runner's lunge. Right leg is straight. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. I'm squeezing my right glute to feel a stretch. My right hip flexor, right here in front of my right thigh. Bend the back knee, bring it down to the floor for low lunge. Hands to floor. Push the hips back. Straighten the left leg now, half split. I like to windshield wiper my foot back and forth, just to stretch, give the hamstring different looks. We're gonna go back to balancing. Lift the chest, hands out to the side, palms forward. I'm trying to lift my left foot off the floor for 5 seconds. Ready? Up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. It's okay if it touches the floor, right? We're getting warm. Let's do that again. Lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the floor. Bend the left knee. Straighten the right leg. Hands down. Step back to plank. Downward dog. Just a few deep breaths here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly walk the feet forward, in between the hands for a forward fold. Walk the hands up the shins, uncurl the spine one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders back, arms to the side, palms facing forward. Brace the belly, bring the belly button in towards the spine. And we're just holding here. If you can, close the eyes. Feel all 10 of your toes on the floor. And when you close the eyes, you'll feel the body start to sway a little bit. And you'll feel all those micro adjustments in the foot and the ankle to keep you stable. I'm squeezing the glutes the entire time, squeezing my shoulder blades. Keeping the eyes closed, take the hands overhead, palms together. Notice you start to sway and rock just a little bit more. Makes me think about a tree and the creaks, the noises they make when the wind is blowing. But the roots keep them grounded. From here, bring the hands down to heart center. Eyes are still closed. Wrists in line with the elbows. Now we're going to lift the right leg up off the floor, attempting to keep our eyes closed. If you are not comfortable at any time, put your foot on the floor. I don't want you falling into anything. 3, 2, 1. Lift the right leg and see how the body responds. Now you won't be able to get this up to 90 degrees right away. The foot will continue to tap the floor, but you slowly attempt to lift the right knee to 90 degrees. Feel the left ankle, the left toes, your core is braced. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your eyes closed. I know you want to open them. So do I. Now we're going to do the other leg. We're lifting in 3, 2, 1. Lift. Slowly. Play around. My toes tapping on the floor. As I get adjusted, I keep wanting to drift to the right. I'm spreading up my right toes as much as possible. I'm really using my big toe, my pinky toe, my ankle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, eyes closed, eyes closed. And now open. That sensation of the eyes being closed, it's bizarre, right? Face towards me. You can put the foot at the shin or at the thigh or just on the floor. We're bringing our hands back to heart center and we're coming up for tree pose. My eyes are open. I'm squeezing my right glute to pull my right knee out. And I'm dispersing the weight through my left foot through all 4 corners. So the right side and left side of my heel, my big toe and my pinky toe. From here, lift the knee, straight in front, 90 degrees. I'm pointing my right toe, pointing my right foot. I take the right knee out as far as I can. I hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in, place on the floor. Let's switch legs. Tree pose, left foot comes up, squeezing the left glute. I'm trying to focus on something stationary. Right now I'm focusing on the wheel of my suitcase. Squeezing the left glute, push hips forward. Bring the left knee to the front, pointing the left foot. Out to the side. Squeeze the glute, open hips as much as possible. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. Fantastic. Turn back to the side of the mat. You can come to the top of your mat or just find space to step backwards. We're going back for warrior 1. Right foot, I'm facing to the left, so my right foot is back at 45 degrees. I'm attempting to square my hips. I'm bringing my hands overhead, and then I bend the front knee, but I make sure I can still see the big toe of my front foot, so I'm driving my front knee out as much as possible. Driving my right hip forward, pulling my left hip back. From here we open to warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. So now my back foot turns to 90 degrees. My front heel is right into the instep. I'm pulling my front knee out, extending through my shoulders, pinching the shoulder blades, opening the chest, and my eyes gaze just over the front of my left fingertips. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten both legs, turn the toes in, heels out, hug the elbows, come forward, Prasarita Padottanasana. Or standing wide leg forward fold. Just allow the head and shoulders to relax. We do not have to force this any further than our body naturally goes. If the feet are sliding apart, just bring them a little closer together. Hands on the floor. Push up. We're going to turn the other way. Now my right foot is forward. My left foot is at 45 degrees. I'm coming in for warrior one. Hands up overhead, and now I'm bending the right knee, pushing it out, and I'm driving my left hip forward. So I'm looking for a stretch in the front of my left hip, squeezing my left glute, and I'm pulling my right hip back to try and square my hips. Body should be feeling pretty warm by now. We feel nice and open. Open the warrior two. And this might look differently. You might be here, or you could be here. Does not matter to me. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Pull the left arm back in particular. This arm tends to want to float forward. Bend the front knee, drive the knee out, eyes on the big toe, make sure you can see it. And then lift the gaze right over the front of the front fingertips. We'll hold for 10 more seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten both legs, turn the toes in. Bring the feet in, just about shoulder width apart. We're gonna finish in a yogi squat. Just excellent for the hips. And you can play around with this as much as you want to. You can have a heel up, both heels up. You can sit down. You can use the elbows to help press the knees out. But ultimately, we're wanting to get our hips ready for the day. Honestly, if you could squat every day, that'd be fantastic. Ankle mobility, knee flexibility, hip mobility, upper back strength, flexibility, mobility, all of that's important. Just 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. I'm gonna come down to my knees for hero pose, just to sit on the ankles, stretch out the shins a little bit, knees together, toes apart, stretching the quads. That was your morning practice. Once again, it's meant to invigorate, to get you warmed up for the day, to open the body, the hips, the upper back, the chest, shoulders. Wake up the feet, the hands and wrists. I truly hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Until next time, namaste.